White tribes in ancient Hindu literature. Thousands of years ago, Greater India and its neighbouring regions were ethnically diverse. Traditional Hindu text sometimes describes people to the north as having lighter skin, a trait naturally more common in populations from colder climates. On my channel I have a video called Destroying the Aryan Invasion Theory. In it, I put to bed the outdated view that Aryan peoples migrated into northern India around 1500 BCE, bringing in Sanskrit, Vedic culture, horses and chariots with them. According to Hindu scriptures, Vedic civilization was already thriving in India long before that. Spoken Sanskrit is considered the language of the gods, and note it is widely regarded as one of the most sophisticated languages ever developed. That said, Vedic culture did dramatically decline after the devastating Kurukshetra War, which according to some occurred around 3100 BCE. According to the Vishnu around 1500 BCE, Aryan peoples from Kashmir did help bring about a revival. References to white-skinned tribes in Hindu text usually describe peoples living beyond the snow-covered mountains in regions north and northwest of Central Asia. One area mentioned is Uttara-Kuru, described as the northern part of Jambudvip. Here I'm using the geographical interpretation rather than the celestial one. The Mahabharata, regarded by many as an epic with historical foundations, tells the story of events dated, in some traditions, between around 6000 and 3000 BCE. At that time, the region of Bharat covered a much larger area than modern India. Many light-skinned peoples lived within that broader cultural sphere. The epic mentions several groups, including the Svetas, white ones, who were horse-riding tribes near Uttara-Kuru. Scholars have debated the location of that region. Some place it in Kashmir, while others suggest north of the Pamirs, within parts of modern Kyrgyzstan. Other examples within both the Mahabharata and Puranas include the Yavanas. Often identified with the early Greeks, they are said to descend from Tuvasu, one of Emperor Yayati's sons. Tradition says he and his people migrated westward into modern Turkey around 6000 BCE or before. For more on that, see my video Ancient Links Between Turkey, Greece and Vedic India. Some Puranic texts associate light-skinned tribes with areas corresponding to today's Kazakhstan and Bactria. The Kambodjas were frontier horsemen from present-day Afghanistan serving as allies to the Kauravas. These regions were known for cavalry warfare and frontier kingdoms that maintained regular contact with India. Other ancient texts also provide context. The Rig Veda describes Aryans living in Sapta Sindhu, today's northwestern India and Pakistan, and lands beyond the Hindu Kush. It also mentions the Duryus as part of the early Indo-Aryan tribal network. They were likely located northwest of the Punjab or the Afghanistan regions, according to some around 4000 BCE. They were descendants of Duryu, another son of Emperor Yayati. They were said to have gradually migrated to the Aryan Plateau region and the Central Asian steppe. The Manusmriti notes that those people beyond the Hindu Kush were originally Kshatriyas or warriors, though they later developed non-Vedic cultural practices as they migrated west. Note the Avesta, often called the Persian Vedas, associates these peoples with regions in modern Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan and southern Kazakhstan. A growing number of researchers conclude the origin of Indo-European languages may originate from present-day Turkey. That supports the story of Travasu, although most ancient European languages and cultures are still traced to nomadic peoples from the Pontic-Caspian steppe, modern Ukraine, southern Russia and Kazakhstan. Anyhow, the Indo-European languages are surely directly connected to, yes, Central Asia. This is strikingly similar to the roots of the Druryus and Tuvasu. From the steppe there was a westward migration into Europe. For more on this, check out my videos, the European descendants of Kasyapa Muni, Russia's ancient connection to Vedic culture, and ancient cosmologies in Western countries similar to the Puranas. Some Indian scholars suggest the Durus were the origin of the European Druids. Taken together, these references suggest the ancient Hindu literature preserved memories of diverse peoples to the north and west of India, with whom the early Vedic world interacted and had considerable cultural influence. Just to conclude, according to the Puranic tradition, ultimately all human beings from the earth today descend from a single divine personality, King Ichvaku. Actually, most anthropologists generally do not recognize races as biologically meaningful. The difference is socially real, but not scientifically real. And from this scriptural perspective, we are eternal spirit souls who briefly inhabit various physical bodies, just like the relationship between a driver and a car. We're not the body, but the spirit soul.